find you a bucky.
It's not a bucket. It's a Hilux.
iDiski TV powered by World Sports Betting. iDiski Times, CO.za. Orlando Pirates have won the MTN8 4 times in a row. It was the second round of last season's final. This time it was emphatic, especially in the extra time. It was straightforward. It was fair. The team that deserved to win won, especially in the second half, in the extra time. The game itself, if you're a betting man, you would have lost your bet because none of the teams won in 90 minutes. So if you thought if you said Pirates was going to win, they did not win, it was a draw. If you said Stellenbosch was going to win, they did not win, it was a draw. So you lost your bet. But in real life, in reality, Orlando Pirates took over the game, especially in extra time. Muremi with assists and goals, and of course Apolis as well. Tso Vilakazi, former Orlando Pirates captain, 20 goals once upon a time in one season for Orlando Pirates, won the PP Top 8, won the league multiple times for Orlando Pirates. You're next to me, sir. You're excited. Summarize the game for us.
Mr. K, Mr.
Swensa?
Bolse wena, Bolse Stizi.
Yes, sir.
Bolse chairman, my chairman. Bolse Lindo. Mkwena nobobo Khadoso nginibulisa nani emakhaya ngicela support njalo la iDiskiTV ngizobe njobe njalo ngijiki futhi.
Yes, sir.
Ezimnyama ngenkanza gebhuluso umuzi kaMasipala zawenza wawo. Ayi Mr. K uyabona namhlanje athi uLindo uhlala asho uLindo athi ngiphule ngihlepule. Yeah.
We don't have more than 10 minutes. Let's summarize this.
Mr. K, well done to Orlando Pirates, well done to the coach.
Yeah.
Well done to the boys. Joba ngishilo nge time ukuthi coaches, both of them were in the game, players were in the game. There's one difference between Pirates and Stellies. Remember what I said, in this game you need to be very careful. If you're gonna use your heart to think, you're gonna lose the game. But if you're gonna use your brain to think, then you're gonna win the game.
I suppose no matter what you tried, we said this in our pre-match videos yesterday in our predictions.
Yes.
No matter how you cut it, no matter how much of a brain Steve Barker would have had, there is a big elephant in the room here. There is a gulf in quality. And in fact, I'm proud of them that for 90 minutes of this game, they were in this game. Pirates never had a shot where it's supposed to be a win. Boys Stellenbosch, they never had a shot. So of course it's disappointing for the people who are watching because their bets didn't come true. Nati, we saw a kind of boring chess game, tactical 90 minutes. The game then came to life in extra time. But my point is, as I'm cutting what you're saying, so is that you cannot run away from that gulf in quality. That when all of them are tired, the better players will shine. And you started seeing Apolis, their passes. They were so precise. The passes for the first goal and the third goal, so precise. And Mabasa, the same issue as strikers. Well, can we talk about that? Because Makgopa started this game today. There were same issues that we always talk about. And then when they had the striker was number 9 in the box, it was a different game.
Mr. Geo, you know, I'm going to compare every time. And when I talk about this, I don't know whether people have a problem now or whatever the case may be. Good example tonight. How many times where Pirates they make crosses, Ulunduzana is not on the first pole, Makgopa? One chance. Where was Mabasa? He made a run first pole, tap in. Simple. As a striker, your primary job is to score goals, Mr. Keo. How can you score goals if you are not inside the box? You're not going to score. Mr. Q. When you are not in the box. Because remember, Pirates play with a lone striker. And the lone striker, he needs to be always in the box. Especially if you've got wingers that are quick, that they can bring crosses. So he must always be there. And for me, I'm so happy. Like I said, Mabasa will come in, he will score. Yes, Mabasa, I love this boy. Why I love him? He's doing his job. His job is to put that ball in the net. And he's always there. So, Makgopa, if he doesn't want to learn that, then I'm sorry, but...
And also the age will catch up.
At
some point,
one or another.
We can't coach you anymore.
No, like right now, I've been saying this for the past 3-4 years, Mr. K. Makgopa, stay in the box. If you want to score goals, stay in the box. So, that's why now, if you check, how many goals did he score? Look at Tulontuzana. He plays less minute. Mabasa is scoring goals. And I always cry that play Mabasa. Play if you want to win. Mabasa, because I know that Mabasa will score. And I'm very happy for him because it's, it is every time when I watch him sitting a benching and his teammates inside the field, they put those crosses where the striker he should be, of which I know that that is his strong point where he makes those runs in the box, face pull, he can finish. And I'm very happy for him.
So at Stellenbosch, well done to them. They were in the game. They were never out.
No,
Technically, they were never out. I suppose as we, it will be Stellenbosch, their technical team, they will think about what they could have done right here. Our job as well, this is social media, of course, people are happy, we won, and the other ones are not happy, our enemies won, whatever. That's the nonsense that's part of social media. But our job is to look at things that matter. What would they be thinking, Stellenbosch? Could they have opened up? So, number one, it worked that they closed the game. They went 1v1 in midfield, eliminated a lot of attacks at Orlando Pirates. I'm looking at this in extra time, I'm thinking to myself, could there have been an opportunity for them to be a little bit more daring? Because they were not daring. It was Umujela who was making runs up front. Devin Titus didn't give them anything. And other players as well. Uti Young didn't do much, although he's always clever on the ball, but he didn't do much in terms of threatening the goalie Orlando Pirates. Usipo Chaina had a holiday today in terms of saves that he needed to make. What will Stellenbosch think about the risk they could have taken? Because they didn't take many today, which took them to extra time. So that's good. It took them to extra time. But maybe when they think about it, logically to say, could we have taken a risk to score in the first 45 minutes and then we close the game? Could they have done that?
Mr. Geo, I think what cost Steve Barker to make all these changes was when Palace got a yellow card. And there was an incident where I thought we were supposed to get a second yellow card. You know, so from that moment, but also they took time to make those changes. But when Palace went out, then they started to shake in that midfield. And then Coach Wado responded to say, okay, now I can put you Umfukeng here. I can put you Apolise here. Take out Tumbule, take out Tumbata, and leave Unduli there. And allow Umfukeng there to attack. And allow Apolise and Moreni on the left side. And for me, that was a very big change. Apolise, that cross, wonderful cross.
Back to my question. This is going to be a very important question. Could Stellenbosch have done anything to take risks? Because namhlanje, iplani yabo ibaspanele ngokuthi we will, whatever Paris is going to try to do, we're going to try and stifle them. And also Suzama ukuthi if there's a chance, we could try and take it. But what it meant, even for both Orlando Pirates, now gameplay in Orlando Pirates meant the same thing, that we had no chances for both teams at 90 minutes. That was the game. Of course, the fact that teams won is immaterial. I always look at it that way, that it doesn't matter who won or lost. But from a tactical standpoint, you, Steve Barker, and your coaches on Monday, can you not think that, is there any risk we could have taken? Where Langelihle Pili could have played, for example. I'm not trying to be clever after the game.
True.
If Upili Begadlalile, there was Libito maybe would have had fun in terms of attacking the Pirates. That's the gamble you take. Those are the thoughts you think. You say, okay, if I put a more attacking player, it means Orlando Pirates will have an opportunity to attack with two players, Sibilebele and Libito. Maybe that's a gamble they take. But do you think they will think, maybe we could have gone for it? Because at good 90 minutes, the game. That means if you scored one goal, maybe you could have won the final. So could they have done anything different?
Yeah, Mr. Gio, I think finally you've got nothing to lose. You go all out. I think we're supposed to start Upili La Payana and allow Uluntuzana to play Pili, play Umujela La Paya, and then when they make those runs, then Uluntuzana stays Udiong La Paya. Other than that, I think that was the only risk, because the rest of the players, I think they've played according to the plan. They did very well. It was going to that final third where you needed some movement. And I think if Upili started the game, it was going to make a huge difference, because you could see now, hey, now there's something that from their left side. But now you take out Mujela. Mujela was giving Pirates something to think about, because he was making good runs and he was getting those balls. The only problem was that when he makes those runs, who's going inside the box? Who's supporting behind again? And that, I think that it killed Steve Barker. But besides that, Mr. Kewo, whichever way, it's going to go back to pound.
The quality.
Go to pound. Absolutely. Pirates were superior. And to be superior in that,
in the quality
it
of
goes
the players.
to the group, to the group, it goes to the team. And for me, I think in all the departments, they've played very well. Look at Mbogazi and Usiema. Look at Ndul in that central position, covering when those full backs are coming over. Because look at Otto was playing as Udlala winger lapaya. A police came in, he makes a difference. Umfukeng, getting that ball in the midfield, make a turn and attack and play that pass for Umureni to play Mabasa goal. Again, a police, another assist again, cutting,
Great
and
vision.
then you saw Ulomure making a run again. He played that pass. For me, good running of the game from.
Well, also, it looks like he can play right wing.
That's
Well,
why.
he's answered the question.
That's
so
why
our policy
I was so happy.
is not going to give any excuse that
Yeah,
he's
I was so
answered the
happy.
question that he
I was
plays
so
on the
happy.
right. Let's wrap it up. The coach of Orlando Pirates, Abdeslam Wadu, has broken his virginity. He's won a first trophy in South Africa. Congratulate the coach and we'll wrap it up.
Well done, coach. I know it was not easy. There's a history between Stellies and Orlando Pirates, and going to this final with that history between Stellies of last season final. So I know you had pressure, but you've prepared your team very well. You responded according to the game, what he was asking you. You have responded very well. Well done, coach. Keep up the good work.
All right, there you go. Thank you very much, Mr. So-and-so. Well done to Orlando Pirates. They win the MTN8 for the 4th time in a row, and this time it's final. You see, it's so relieving to talk about a final where a team wins and we don't have to qabana with people about incidents and all of that. The past 2 consecutive MTN8 finals minus this one, there was a lot of that we have to put ourselves out there to maintain the integrity of the game and all of that nonsense. If a team wins, they won. Those teams were equal in 90 minutes, and that Orlando Pirates, the quality of the passes, the through passes, the chances created, they shone through. And Orlando Pirates wins their 4th in a row, 4th MTN8 final in a row. iDiskiTV, iDiski Times was suspecting.
Shapunjan bafowethu igama Mulindo Pep, the best analyst in the country. Please don't forget to subscribe to iDiskiTV. Tanko.
This is Bongane Tso Vilakazi, they call me Tso. Niyazi bafethu, ama coach for life, they are back in winning ways. Please, subscribe to iDiskiTV.